Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hollyoaks has confirmed who killed Ethan Williams after a shock confession in the show's latest episode. Ethan was pushed off a balcony to his death on his wedding day in October, and while it hasn't been confirmed who killed him, Jez previously told his mum Martha that she was responsible. Meanwhile, the McQueens have grown suspicious of Abby, following Cleo's reappearance at his wedding, and the car accident that has left her in a coma. In today's episode, Mercedes was determined to get justice for her cousin and marched to the police station demanding for Abby to be arrested. Di Banks was reluctant to do anything, making clear that there is no crime to investigate and sending Mercedes away. But it is Martha who holds key evidence related to the case, as she witnessed Abe putting Cleo's body in his car that evening. Sienna recounted to Jez what Martha had told her, and he encouraged her to forget about it. But when Sienna caught up with Mercedes later, she revealed Martha's sighting. Desperate to bring Abe down, Mercedes urged Martha and Sienna to go to the station to report what she saw, so the pair arrived to speak to Di Banks. But before the interview, Martha got spooked by the note in her compact mirror that read, "I killed Ethan." In the station, Martha got confused and upset, and she ended up forgetting about Cleo and admitting that she killed Ethan instead. Back at home, Sienna shared with Martha a sweet Christmas memory with Patrick and suggested that they start a new festive tradition of their own. But Martha showed her the note and repeated that she killed Ethan, a confession that Sienna firmly refuted. Seeing her grandmother's distress, Sienna decided to set her straight and said she was responsible for her husband's death. The air in Hollyoaks Village was thick with anticipation. Early streaming viewers had been glued to their screens for days, picking apart the breadcrumbs leading to the moment of truth. And now, the mystery was unraveling in an early access release that was sending shockwaves through the fanbase. Ethan Williams, friend or foe? Ethan Williams had always been a wild card. Charming and suave, with a criminal edge, he was the kind of man who thrived on secrets. But was he capable of murder? That was the question on everyone's lips. The storyline had been building for months. The murder of shady businessman Frank Collins had thrown the village into chaos. Frank's death had been brutal and calculated, leaving few clues behind. As the police struggled to find answers, villagers began to point fingers, and Ethan found himself under a cloud of suspicion. The flashback technique. A chilling rewind. The episode began with a flashback sequence. Flickering images showed Frank in his office, shouting into his phone. "You think you can outsmart me? You'll regret this," he bellowed, slamming the receiver down. Moments later, a shadow moved across the room. The scene cut away, leaving viewers guessing. The flashback transitioned to the present day, where Ethan sat in the Dog in the Pond pub, nursing a whiskey. His usual confidence seemed shaken. Across the bar, Leela Lomax watched him intently. Leela had been relentless in her search for answers since Frank's death. Her determination stemmed not only from a sense of justice, but also from the way Frank's dealings had impacted her family. "You've been quiet lately," she said, sliding into the seat across from Ethan. Her tone was casual, but her eyes were sharp. Ethan offered a small smirk. "Not much to say, is there? You lot seem to have it all figured out." Leela leaned in. "You think we don't know what you're hiding?" The evidence piles up. As the episode progressed, pieces of the puzzle fell into place. Flashbacks revealed Ethan's strained relationship with Frank. The two had been involved in a dodgy business deal that went south, leaving Ethan desperate and Frank vengeful. Viewers were given a glimpse of Ethan's darker side. In one chilling scene, he confronted Frank in the village square late at night. "Stay out of my life, or you'll regret it," Ethan had growled. Meanwhile, Leela continued her investigation, teaming up with DS Zoe Anderson. Together, they uncovered a damning piece of evidence: Ethan's fingerprints on a knife found near the crime scene. It wasn't enough to convict him, but it was enough to tighten the noose. The confrontation. The climax of the episode took place at the abandoned garage where Frank had met his end. Ethan stood in the shadows, his face a mask of guilt and fear. Leela and Zoe entered, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. "It's over, Ethan," Zoe said, her voice firm. Ethan raised his hands in mock surrender. "I didn't kill him," he said, his voice cracking. "I swear, I didn't mean to." "Didn't mean to?" Leela snapped. "So, you admit you were there?" Ethan's composure crumbled. "He was threatening me," he said, his words tumbling out. "He said he'd ruin me, ruin my family. I just wanted to scare him, make him back off. But he came at me, and he trailed off, his hands trembling." "You killed him in self-defense," Zoe said, her tone neutral. Ethan shook his head. "I don't know. It all happened so fast. One minute he was yelling, and the next, he looked down at his hands, as if seeing the blood for the first time." The twist. A second killer? Just as viewers thought the mystery was solved, the episode delivered a shocking twist. As Zoe moved to arrest Ethan, Leela's phone buzzed with a message. She glanced at it and froze. "What is it?" Zoe asked. Leela turned the screen toward her. It was a photo of Frank's body, taken after his death. Scrawled across the image were the words, "Ethan didn't act alone." The episode ended with a close-up of Ethan's face, his expression a mix of shock and confusion. Who else was involved in Frank's murder? And why were they trying to frame Ethan? Fan reactions. Theories run wild. As the credits rolled, social media exploded with reactions. Some fans were convinced Ethan was covering for someone, perhaps his girlfriend, Sienna Blake, or his estranged brother, Warren Fox. Others speculated that the message was a red herring designed to throw the investigation off track. "Hollyoaks has done it again," one viewer tweeted. "That twist was chef's kiss perfection." "Ethan can't be the only killer," another wrote. "My money's on Sienna, she's always got a plan up her sleeve." The early streaming release had fans buzzing, setting the stage for an explosive continuation. One thing was clear. The murder mystery was far from over, and Hollyoaks had once again proven its mastery of suspense and intrigue. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.